couple of years ago, I reviewed a pretty good sized budget blade from Walmart. It's an Ozark Trail knife, and it had a black finish and an orange and black cheap plastic handle, but it was a decent fixed blade for 20 bucks. Well, they have discontinued that knife and they have replaced it with one that I think is much better, and we're going to be looking at that in this video. We're going to title this episode, Whip Out That Big Budget Blade Wednesday. Stick around. Maybe you're like me. Maybe when you head off into Walmart, you mosey on to the back and you check out that knife rack. Gotta give it to Walmart, man. You can walk out of there with some decent fixed blades. Most of the time you can find you a Buck 119, you can find you a Gerber Strong Arm, maybe a Gerber Prodigy, a SOG Seal Pup, several decent American-made folding knives. But you know what? You can also find this beautiful budget clip point fixed blade from Ozark Trail. Now for $18.70 some cents, I'm pretty impressed with that. That's a 6.5 inch blade, 11.5 overall inches in length. Comes with this plastic sheath with a tech lock. Not a ton of lock-in retention, but fairly decent. It doesn't rattle, but it slides in and out really easy. I kind of dig that. Some people don't like it. Now, I think this is quite the upgrade as far as looks are concerned compared to the old model. Maybe you remember it, but the handle feels nicer. This is a mixture of micarta and G10. This is a 7CR17 MOV budget steel. I'm not going to go into this type of steel. I'm going to say it's very decent for this price point. I'm also going to be providing an article in the description of this video that I think was well done concerning giving you a little bit more information about this budget steel, because apparently it's on the rise. Oh yeah, we're getting a nice little shave. Oh yeah, you see that there, nice little shave. Had to take that one from the right arm because I done took so much off the left, but very sharp out of the box. So it has a very attractive look and size to it. This is a good size fixed blade. Looks to be about 4 millimeters thick across the spine, so it's probably going to have some durability, but it also looks like it's going to be a very good slicing blade. This is a very popular blade shape anyway. Some of your most popular fixed blade knives out there have that clip point look, and people are drawn to that, myself included. I think this is a great entry-level starter fixed blade for somebody who's not looking to spend a whole lot of money. It definitely gives you an attractive look and feel. It's going to be easy to sharpen. It won't hold its edge as long as other steels, but you can strop that edge right back on there pretty easy in my opinion, and I think it handles very well. It has a good finger choil there for working and getting up close and doing fine work. Such as this avocado I want to have for lunch here. You know, you see how you can just get right in there on that thing. It's got this jimping right here. It's built very similar to the other one. It's just got a better look and feel, but the price didn't go up. You got to give it to them on that one. And it's got a nice solid full tang construction running all the way through this. You don't always get a good solid full tang knife for under 20 bucks. A specification not often provided by knife makers for whatever reason is the weight. And this one feels like it's about 8 to 10 ounces, which is good. It's not too light and it's not too heavy. It feels just right. Here's what I'm not going to do with this test, because I've done it before on budget blades and I don't think it's right. I'm not going to do extreme tip torture on this. This knife is less than $20. If you want a knife that you can use as a pry bar out in the field or extreme survival, I would spend a little bit more money. I would spend upwards $50 and up and do some testing, but I'm not going to do that with this blade. This is a piercing, slicing object. I believe you can do some batoning with it because I want to see how the spine does. Let's do that now. Oops, got a little off my angle there, but it did a good job. And no dents to the spine there. Again, that's not always the case. I've batoned with knives and dented the spine up depending upon the steel type. Let's look at some carving attributes here. Nice little dig. Now you can throw this knife if you want to. It's full tang. You can wrap the scales and throw it and play around with it a little bit, but I'll be straightforward with you. There is no torture test like throwing a knife. Throwing knives destroys knives, and this is coming from a knife thrower. It will destroy the strongest steel. It will destroy the strongest tip over time. So if you want this to last you, just cut and carve, pierce things. Think you'll get plenty of mileage out of this good fixed blade. If you're out on the trail and you run across a crazy person or a wild animal trying to take you down, you definitely got a blade here you can defend yourself with. It's big, it's sharp, and it can handle that task. Not only do you have good jimping, but you've got some hand protection there as well. So if you're at Walmart looking at this blade, I mean, what do you get for 18 bucks? Well, a lot in my opinion. You get a big fixed blade that's aesthetically pleasing to those who like the look and feel of these blades. I think you get something that handles very well. I think you have something here that could potentially be a good gift. An extra blade to keep in the pack, a beater blade, an expendable blade, and one that I think has an overall great value for its price. Do I have anything negative to say? No, not for $18 and some change. I don't. I think if you're looking for greater quality, you should pay for greater quality. And in most cases, you get what you pay for. Sometimes you get a little bit more than what you pay for. I put this in that category. I think this is at least worth 25 if we're being fair, 25 bucks. But to mark this down to 18 bucks in a market where knives like this usually cost 25 bucks is a big deal. If you don't have a fixed blade at all and you maybe you're going on a camping trip or a backpacking trip and you're going to be processing some food, maybe doing some light woodwork, I think you'll be fine to stop by Walmart before you head out of town and pick up this blade. I think you'll be pleased, and I think it'll be all that you need. If you're going to go and be on some reality TV show called Alone and you're going to be out there for a while, well, then you might want to spend a little more cash. There it is, my friend. I hope you found this review helpful. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you picked this one up yet? I'm curious. Take care.